Welcome to the Killing Podcast, Season 3, Episode 1, Part 2.
Part 2, yeah.
What you fear most.
Oh, my gosh. Let's get into this thing. Oh, wait. We should introduce ourselves.
We're your hosts, Martha Southgate and...
Rob Southgate. Okay, now we can jump to it. You know what? Actually, yeah, let's do it. Let's do this thing. I'm freaking out over this one.
Okay.
So it's night, and Sarah's at the crime scene. This is very X-Files again. She's at the crime scene that we saw Holder at originally, that on that dock, up in that area, and it's very X-Files-y. It's dark, just the flashlight to guide her, and she finds the blood stain.
And what is she doing there alone?
I'll tell you what she's doing there alone. She's not a detective.
Yeah.
She's not working. She's working the case on her own. This has gotten under her skin. That's why she's there alone.
But I just mean it's scary. It's nighttime and she's alone.
Yeah.
She goes to the police station and Holder's there.
Yes.
She was bringing him the file. Yes. And he says, "Oh, I thought I lost it." You miss it?
Yeah,
and,
right.
He called her out for going to the crime scene. That was hysterical.
Right. She also claims that she didn't look at the file. And he's like, yeah, right, okay. So,
and he said, why'd she get out of the car?
Yes. Because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
She wasn't forced.
No.
She got out of the car at this
and
went up there. Reminiscent, in my mind, of Rosie.
Yes.
Like, why did the sequence of events happen? It doesn't make sense. Although we're going to have a very different play out here than we did with Rosie. So,
Bullet's at the bridge. Bullet is one of the teenage...
No, you missed it. He tells her about the rings at this point, too.
Okay.
This is really important because she says that Seward didn't take trophies. But there's something about these rings that he's bringing up, and this is going to be super important going forward. Okay, now.
Bullet, the one teenage runaway, is at the bridge.
Yeah.
She's trying to find her friend Callie.
Yeah, she's yelling out Callie's name.
She goes to Callie's mom's house, and her mom, of course, is no help.
Oh, right. Doesn't know where she is. Once again, it's the morning, and her mom is there drinking beer.
Right.
This is what she does. So now, this is Lyric and Twitch. At this point, I didn't know their names, so everything I say teen girl, boyfriend.
Well, I did the same thing, but now I know them by heart.
Right, but just so you know, if I say teenage girl and boyfriend, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because I may not remember names.
They're discussing his impending Hollywood career.
Yeah, he's checking himself out in the mirror, and he's claiming he's going to be a big star. Now, this is funny because I'm wrong about this, but I wrote, oh my gosh, he's her pimp.
No.
Because I'm thinking that, like, he's doing this whole thing, and she's got that, I'm in love with him and all that. But he's not her pimp.
No, he's not.
He's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's just a delusional freak.
No, well, he's trying really hard. He's also a teenager.
Right, true.
And he's trying very hard to get out of this situation and to make something of himself. And he's finishing his probation. He's doing everything right.
True. And I'm being hard on him.
Yeah, and he's thinking, I can do this. I'm going to go to L.A. and as soon as my probation ends, and I'm going to make a career for myself.
Okay.
And she cries because...
I think I was hard on him because at this point I was thinking he was her pimp.
Right.
That just seems scummy to me.
She cries because he's going to have models all over him in L.A., and so she's jealous. But she offers to take him to a movie and Chinese food. And he tells her, she said she got a little extra money, and he says, don't work that day.
Right.
Now, everybody's freaking out about the victim.
Right.
And so this was an opportunity for them to,
like let's stay out of that for a day.
He was attempting for a moment to be protective and to give her a reprieve. Yeah, it doesn't last very long.
No, it doesn't last real long.
Because it's all we learn as it goes on, it's all about Twitch.
Yes, it is all about Twitch. So, okay, Carl and Holder are together.
Yes, they are.
And I didn't write many details about this scene. I wrote one thing.
Yeah.
Carl is super insulting about Sarah with a big frowny face.
Well, here's the deal. Holder wants to go to Beacon House, which is the shelter where the girls were trying to get a bed the night before.
Right.
He wants to question them over there. Okay, so he sees Bullet at the front desk at the station asking about Callie. As they're leaving the police station,
right,
he sees Bullet.
Right.
And he's like, what the heck is she doing here?
Yeah, why is she here?
And so they know now that Callie, she thinks her friend is missing.
Right.
So now Holder has in his head, we have a confirmed victim, right. And now we have a potential.
Right. This is setting off alarms for Holder.
So he's not pursuing it necessarily right out of the box, but he's kind of filing it away.
You can tell this is processing.
And Carl had been inappropriately accusing him of being with Sarah.
Yeah, right.
And he's just a pig. He's just
awful.
A really, really awful guy.
It's not that he's a dirty cop, he's a done cop. He's a guy that should be retired.
And Holder says to Bullet, karma's a bitch, little man.
Right. Well, because Bullet's the new little man.
Right. And so as time goes on, I love their relationship.
Yes.
And I love their chemistry.
Right.
But in the beginning, it was very painful.
Very strained, very painful.
And he was angry with her, a lot and just treated her very badly. And it's like, this is a kid who just desperately wants someone to care about her.
Right. But I'm sure he can't let her in.
Oh, he does.
Right. But I'm sure at this point he can't let her in. And, he's protecting himself. And think of his past, know? So pretty interesting.
But I do like their relationship so much. It adds so much to the show as it goes, as it all goes. So, love it.
Yeah.
The guards are discussing Seward.
Right. And it's that Francis guy that is like the head guard.
He's such a jerk.
Oh, my gosh. And he is anxious to execute Seward.
Yeah. Oh, he can't wait. Are you kidding me?
It's like, this is like the big show for him. He's all excited. And the other guy is, he seems like he's more of a rookie. He's talking about how his baby's been keeping him up at late. He's got spit up all over his uniform.
He's tired and he's off his game.
Yeah.
And the guy, Francis says to him, you just keep pounding the Red Bulls, because he's like, you are not going to have these guys get the upper hand on you because you're tired.
Right. And then when he goes in there, when this cop goes in there and Seward starts talking to him. The guard, not Francis, but the other guard. He goes in there, Seward starts asking about his son. This is how he's going to get into him.
Hang on. Seward says he wants to call his lawyer. And the guy says, I can't let you just make a phone, I can't let you call your lawyer. And he says, how old's your kid? And
I thought that I got it out of sequence.
Yeah, the guy's like, how do you know I have a kid? And he said, you've got to take off your shirt when you burp them.
Right.
And he says, the lawyer's going to let me see my kid one last time.
Right. So he's
just using it so bad. He doesn't care about his kid. He's not trying to do any of this.
At this point, we don't know that.
Oh, I know, but we know in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, and he was just using it to get a phone call.
Right.
And so he let him make the phone call.
Right.
Sarah goes to a guy's house, and we don't know who this guy is.
Right. Well, what I wrote on here was, I just immediately thought it's going to be like her mentor.
Yeah.
But it turns out it is kind of her mentor, but it's her.
Oh, not really.
It's her old partner.
Well, he's currently in special investigations.
Right.
And
what a surprise. Sarah, with the amazing ability to go to just the right guy every time, you can tell there's some kind of thing.
Oh, there was something. And she said, I always had questions, that. And he says, you worked a solid case.
Right.
And she's telling him it's the same MO for both cases.
Right. And he says, leave it alone.
Yeah, he's trying. But the problem is, Seward called this guy at his home.
Yes.
And invited him to his execution.
That's what the phone call was.
And Sarah leaves. And oh my gosh. So then his wife comes out to Sarah's car.
Well, wait.
Oh,
you missed a really key thing. When they were talking about it, we also find out that Tricia Seward, the wife that was killed, her ring finger was broken and there was no ring on it. So after she had said, no, he didn't take trophies, this comes out here. It's like, what?
Yes,
why was her ring finger broken?
So this guy's wife comes out to Sarah's car and says, stay away from us. I've forgiven him, but I never want to see you again.
There we go.
Yeah, boy, Sarah.
I'm telling you, through the whole scene, you could tell that there was something that had happened.
Can I just say, she does everyone but Holder. I mean, what the heck?
Does. Yeah, she has the worst.
I mean, seriously, woman, calm down a little.
Open your eyes as to, like, for somebody who's so good at noticing all the details, she's sure missing this.
And do you need that many?
Yeah, well,
she's got a whole lot going on.
She doesn't have social intelligence.
Yeah.
That is
my gosh.
Faux show.
Sarah meets with her boyfriend and breaks up with him. She says, "You don't know me. I break things. I break them and they don't ever get fixed."
Yeah, wow, what a line.
Yeah.
What a line. And you know what? Good. Because this was not a relationship that was going anywhere.
No.
I didn't really care for Cody, even though he was barely in it. I just was like, yeah, you need to get out of here.
There's no way that guy's challenging her brain.
Right, yeah. So, not too upset that that was cut quickly here.
Holder and Carl show up at Beacon.
They're at that shelter.
Yeah,
that Beacon
and they talk to the pastor, and he says, if I don't keep tabs on them, no one else will. These are unwanted children. Right. And he said, I'm just doing the best I can.
And Holder spots Ashley's picture up on the wall. Mm-hmm. So, he's like, I'm placing her here. Yeah. This is all obvious. But the guy in charge, and he's when they get in there, he's also very defensive of the place. Mm-hmm. Very protective, I should say. Not really defensive, but protective. So it's a really interesting dynamic going on.
Yes.
Okay, once again, we're back
Twitch.
to Model Guy.
We're back to Twitch. He's almost off probation.
Yeah, and he's taking his drug test.
His girlfriend is saying, is that Lyric? Lyric is saying, is telling the other girls, he's begging me to go to L.A. with him when he has not asked her to go to L.A. with him. So she's just trying to...
She's trying to convince herself and trying to make it happen, yeah.
Bullet walks up to the area and asks if anyone has seen Callie. And a guy that was trash-talking says he saw her at 7-Eleven with her throat cut.
Yeah. This guy, first of all, he looks like a little scumbag. Uh-huh. My impression is either he's a John that just, like, hangs out and annoys these guys, but he's not smart enough to know not to hang out there, or he's a pimp. Mm-hmm. Or he's, like, involved with a pimp. And it turns out this guy's name is Goldie. And he threatens...
Goldie is a bad guy.
He threatens Bullet, and she's just like, forget it, Goldie. And she walks away. And you see, he's actually holding a gun right out there on the street. This guy is a problem.
Yeah, he's a really bad guy.
He is a problem. Okay, so the guard...
he gets busted.
Yeah, he gets yelled at by Francis.
He gets more than yelled at. He let him call his lawyer, and instead he called a cop.
Yeah, what an idiot.
The other guard reads Seward the execution manual.
Right, about hanging.
Francis does, yeah. Gosh. Seward tells him he knows a relative of his, a guard at another prison.
Yes, very threatening. Yikes.
And imagine Seward is sitting there, and this guy is reading him step by step what happens in an execution.
Snap his neck and all that stuff. Yeah, the guy's trying to get under Seward's skin, but
horrifying.
Seward, it's like these two guys playing chess, and there's no way Francis is going to beat Seward at this chess game. It's awful. It's awful.
Absolutely.
This whole thing is making me nuts.
So Holder and Carl go check out the Queen's Motel, and they meet this fine woman who owns the hotel. Her name is Marjorie Dips.
She looks and acts kind of like Roz from Monsters, Inc.
Except
where's
worse.
Your paperwork, Lazowski?
Yeah, except worse because she does very bad things.
Oh yeah, she is nasty.
The woman will not help them out until Holder tells her he and Carl are going to get a room together. Oh my gosh, that was hysterical.
Oh my god, yeah, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna hang out here, and we love each other, and it was gross.
Really funny. She says she doesn't know Ashley. Holder wants to ask about Callie. Carl won't cooperate.
Right. No, he doesn't want to be
a pain in the butt.
Yeah, he needs to go away.
Yeah.
He needs to go away soon here.
Sarah's working on the case.
Yep.
And Reggie came in. She tells Reggie about the case.
We've seen more of Reggie already this season than we did all of last season.
Reggie says he doesn't need you to save him.
Right. Yeah.
And she says he deserves to know the truth. And Reggie has a great line here. She says, would that make him feel better or just you?
Yeah, right.
This is Adrian we're talking about.
Right.
And she wants to go.
Yeah, not Seward. We're talking about Adrian, the son.
Yeah, and she says he doesn't need you to save him. And she says, well, he deserves to know the truth. She wanted to go find Adrian and tell him about his dad. And tell him that, and then But I loved when she said, would that make him feel better or just you? Because often that is such a... We think we're doing things for someone else, but as soon as we stop and think about it for a second, it's like, yeah, this is going to really hurt him.
Yeah, right.
This is going to disrupt his life and really cause him some pain.
Well, once again, her social intelligence is shining through. So Sarah goes to see Seward, which I was surprised by this, that she was already at that point when she was going to see him. And he mentions her partner's name is Skinner.
Yes.
So I wrote
Isn't
X-Files.
Yeah,
awesome.
Total X-Files.
So Holder and Linden and Skinner.
Yeah.
Awesome. We need the cigarette smoking man now. Well, we have the cigarette smoking mom.
We got a lot of cigarette smoking people on this show.
So she asked him about his wife's ring. And
but first he said Skinner lied in court.
Yeah, right. And
he called Seward a coward.
Yes. No. Who called Seward a coward? Seward didn't call Seward a coward.
No.
Seward called Skinner a coward.
The Skinner called Seward a coward.
What? I don't remember that.
Sarah knows he didn't kill his wife. Where's the ring?
Okay.
Wait, hang on. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh. Sarah goes to see Seward.
Right.
And he said Skinner lied in court.
Right. So we find out her partner's name was Skinner.
Yeah, that's
which
hysterical.
Is awesome.
X-Files.
Yeah, I got some X-Files going on there. So
Sarah tells him that she knows he didn't kill his wife, and she asks him where the ring is.
Right. She starts asking about the ring, and what does he say? He says he pawned it. So, you know what? He's not doing himself any good here because we know that there's something not right. Yeah. But he's just like, yep, I pawned it.
He's uncooperative. Even though Sarah's saying, I know you didn't do it, and she's trying to help him, he doesn't care. And she shows him the picture that Adrian drew.
And he asks, why was he drawing that?
And she says he did this over and over. Why? And he says, I didn't have a son.
Oh, my gosh. What is going on here?
I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, if this guy has an opportunity where his name is going to be cleared,
right?
Why is he hellbent on getting to that chair?
Destruction.
Or
to
the gallows.
Seward gets a new cell block neighbor.
Yeah,
Who's very colorful.
I call him the talking guy.
His name is Hill.
Yeah, and he just talks. And I'm sure he was put in there.
We should call him Filibuster, because that's what he does. Filibuster.
Filibuster. Well, I'm sure that he was put there to torture Seward. I mean, I'm sure he's on death row, so he's got to be there, but I'm sure they put him across from him because they knew... Because this Francis guy wants to do anything he can to torture Seward. And there it is. This guy is a pain in the butt.
Okay, so this next scene...
Yes.
I wrote, Holder's got a girlfriend. She seems nice and all, but Holder's got to tell her he's in love with Sarah.
She brought over an electric toothbrush. And he's just like, what is this? Why are you bringing stuff over? And then she starts talking about marriage and kids. She's loving on Holder.
She's just clearly delusional.
Because you're sure that he's going to end up with Sarah.
Sarah's eventually going to close her legs with every other man and realize
and end up with Holder.
Yeah.
In his dojo.
He's going to be the only one left in the city of Seattle pretty soon.
I finally made it to you, Holder.
Lyric and Twitch, otherwise known as the homeless couple.
Yes.
He spent all their money on hair dye.
Yes.
Now she has to go out to make money. So that...
after he said, don't do this, he spends the money on hair dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Yep.
Bullet asks them if they've seen Callie.
Nope. And she says...
He told her to go try Goldie.
Right.
So she goes to Goldie's, and he pulls a knife on her.
And my gosh.
And then he attacks her.
Well, okay. She goes into Goldie's, and she hears...
Screaming.
Somebody behind the door. Sounds like they're being injured or captive.
Accosted.
And that's when Goldie comes up behind her, and he puts a knife right on her neck. Oh, my gosh. We know how this show goes. The chances of Goldie being the one that's decapitating these girls is slim, right? It's too early for us to have him be the guy.
But what he's doing...
the fact that he pulls a knife and puts it right at her neck, he fits the profile. This is awful.
And then he horrifyingly assaults her.
Yes.
And
I
so
could not
disturbing.
Put enough frowny faces on him.
I just need to unsee it. I need to pretend like I never put that in my brain.
Yes. Terrible.
Sarah,
and he beats on her, too. She is...
We're going to move on.
It's rough. Okay.
Sarah goes to see Adrian. And
this is at the foster house that Adrian's staying in.
Takes her up to his room, and he's outside playing, so she doesn't actually talk to him.
Right.
She's up in his room, and she sees the picture on his wall, and the woman says, "Oh, he started drawing again."
And it's that
and
drawing.
And he's added to it.
Yeah, but it's that drawing.
Yeah, but he added more detail, which is really interesting. And Sarah figures out the location, and it's full of red body bags.
Okay, now wait, you just jumped right there.
Oh, sorry.
So basically she notices the extra detail, that there are 2 boathouses to the left of the scene that he's drawn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how she knows. She goes out there and she's standing and she's staring at the boathouses. First she's on one side where she's looking over and seeing the trees. Then she looks, and behind her are the boathouses. So she goes across the water to where the trees are, looks back, and sees the boathouses. This is really important because before, when they went here and they stood and they looked at the trees, that's the perspective of what he drew.
Yes, but that's not what...
But with the boathouses there, that means he was on the other side of the lake.
Exactly.
And he added the trees. So what angle is he seeing this from? So now she goes across.
Out.
Yes. It's very foggy. And when she's kind of walking through the fog and looking on this, it looks like it's a little island. That's when she sees these red body bags all over this like swampy thing. I mean, I don't even know how many there are.
It was just a sea of them. It was like a cemetery.
Yeah, what I wrote down here is it's a serial killer's graveyard.
Yes.
I mean, holy cow, this was chilling.
If these 2 episodes, if this conjoined episode is any indication of what season 3 is going to be, this blows 1 and 2 out of the water.
Right.
Like, this is crazy good.
Crazy good. Well, once again, like we said in the season finale, if that had been 1 season and tightened up, it would be like this. Yeah. This is how this feels. We know that since it was canceled at the end of this season, and people have said, I don't know what happens, but they've said, yeah, there's a resolution. There's enough tying you in to want you to go further. Like, not everything is resolved, but the case is solved.
Yeah.
That's the mistake they made the first 2 seasons. Here we see this is tightened up. They've got to solve things. Yeah. Things have to be resolved in this time.
Yes.
So, wow. But the way this is moving, the way the character development is happening so quickly.
I love the characters.
Now, they also haven't done day 1, day 2, day 3, because I don't think we're playing with that type of time frame here.
The other thing is, I love every storyline.
I do too.
This season. I love every single solitary.
Oh, no, not every single the whole Goldie thing we just went through. I didn't love that.
But I'm telling you, it is so
but it's rich.
Well done.
It's rich.
It is really powerful and it's an amazing transformation.
Yes.
From the first 2 seasons. Like, this is shockingly
This reminds me of like if it was a movie.
Yes.
And you get to that sequel and you go, a lot of movies have sequelitis. It's the same thing, just kind of reheated. The really good ones, it starts in a different place and it's a new story. That's what we're seeing
This is unbelievable.
This show, I mean, just from what I've seen here, I know we're excited for season 4, but I can see that this is the kind of show that, boy, Netflix could run this thing indefinitely. You've got story arc, you've got things happening, and you can resolve these cases, but have those threads going through, and it doesn't get stale like a CSI or something like that. This is compelling. This is amazing.
It is amazing. And this truly, to me, blows 1 and 2 out of the water.
Yeah.
There was nothing like this in those episodes.
It's amazing.
And it's not to say that those weren't good. But
no, those were some of the greatest TV we've ever seen. But this is heads above it.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to the next episode.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
All right.
Well, let's wrap it up. This was kind of a quick episode for us, too. Usually we talk for almost an hour. This was only about a half hour, so quick.
Oh, the second half. Well, that's because the second half wasn't quite as...
Right. We didn't have a lot of quotes and things, so great. Find the past episodes of this, especially part 1 of this, on our website, which is www.southgatemediagroup.com. You can follow us on iTunes and Stitcher. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Subscribe on every device you've got. Let's really support this and get people behind it. It helps other people find it, too, that might be interested in the killing that don't know we exist. Because, believe it or not everybody does. You can follow me on Twitter at rsouthgate. Martha, you're at
SMG Pods.
And we also have a Twitter account for the show itself, which is just at The Killing Pod. You can send us an email at southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. Find us on Tumblr and Instagram and Facebook. The Killing Podcast is on Facebook. I'm so verklempt here, I can barely get through it. I think that's it for The Killing Podcast. I'm Rob Southgate.
I'm Martha Southgate.
And maybe next time we'll find out what happened to Callie. If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.